A silverback gorilla can lift 1,800 pounds. Its punch generates over 1,000 pounds of force. Its bite, 1,300 psi, is stronger than a lion's. It weighs up to 430 pounds of dense, explosive muscle, and it is 9 times stronger than the average human being. In short, the silverback gorilla is one of the most physically formidable animals that has ever walked this planet, and today we are going to find the animals that can beat it. Now, this is not a simple list. The gorilla is not some pushover that any large animal can casually defeat. This required real thought, looking at size, bite force, natural weapons, speed, hunting strategy, and documented encounters in the wild. Every animal on this list has something specific that gives it a genuine physical edge over even a fully grown silverback. Some of these are going to make complete sense to you immediately. Others are going to genuinely surprise you. And number 1 is going to settle the debate that animal lovers have been having for years. Let's get into it. Number 10. The leopard weight. Up to 200 pounds. Bite force. 300 to 310 PS. Starting the list with one that raises eyebrows, because on paper the leopard looks outmatched. It weighs up to 200 pounds against a gorilla's 430. It has a bite force of around 310 PSY against the gorilla's 1,300. So why is it on this list at all? Because the leopard is the gorilla's most documented natural predator in the wild, and nature does not lie. Leopards and gorillas share the same forests across Central and West Africa, and historical records, going back to early naturalists and continuing through modern field research, confirm that leopards actively hunt and kill gorillas, not occasionally. Regularly enough that gorillas show documented fear responses specifically to leopard presence that they do not show to other predators. Here is what the leopard brings to this fight that the numbers alone do not capture: stealth, speed, and the most precise killing technique in the big cat world. The leopard does not overpower its prey. It does not need to. It finds the throat or the back of the skull, 2 areas where even the gorilla's extraordinary muscle density cannot protect it, and it closes with surgical accuracy before the gorilla has fully registered the threat. Gorillas are powerful in a fight they see coming. Now, the leopard specializes in fights that are over before that happens. In the wild, that distinction is everything. Number 9. The anaconda weight. Up to 550 pounds, bound, length, up to 30 feet. The green anaconda is the heaviest snake in the world. Up to 550 pounds, up to 30 feet long. A body so thick that a full-grown human being cannot wrap both arms around the middle of it. And it does not need venom. It does not need speed. It needs one thing: contact. Because once an anaconda gets its coils around something, the physics of what happens next are almost impossible to reverse. The anaconda kills by constriction. Every time its prey exhales, the coils tighten slightly, cutting off blood flow to the brain faster than it cuts off breath. What most people do not realize is that this is not a slow, patient process. An anaconda can apply enough pressure to cause cardiac arrest in large prey within minutes. Now, a gorilla has extraordinary arm strength and an intelligence that most prey animals lack. It would fight back hard, try to unwrap the coils, try to bite its way free. And that combination of strength and awareness gives it more of a chance than most animals would have. But an anaconda that gets full body contact in the right position, coils around the torso and arms, is applying a force that even 1,800 pounds of lifting strength struggles to overcome when you cannot get leverage. There are no confirmed records of anacondas killing gorillas in the wild. Their ranges do not overlap. But in terms of pure physical mechanics, a large anaconda versus a gorilla is not the mismatch most people assume. The snake's weight advantage, combined with a method of killing that bypasses the gorilla's greatest strengths, its arms and its bite, makes this one of the most interesting matchups on the list. Number 8. The Cape buffalo weight. Up to 1,800 pounds. Horn span, up to 40 inches. The Cape buffalo has been called the Black Death by African hunters. And it earned that nickname not through speed or stealth, but through a combination of size, aggression, and an almost suicidal willingness to charge anything that threatens it. Up to 1,800 pounds. Horns that span up to 40 inches, fused at the base into a solid bone shield called a boss that covers the entire top of the skull. When a Cape buffalo lowers its head and charges, It is presenting an almost impenetrable wall of bone and horn, moving at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. Against a gorilla, the Cape buffalo's advantage is purely physical and brutally simple. Weight, speed, and those horns. A silverback gorilla can lift more than its own body weight, but intercepting a 1,800-pound animal mid-charge is a completely different physical problem. The momentum alone is devastating, and if the horns connect with a goring motion, they can cause catastrophic internal damage regardless of how muscular the animal receiving them is. The gorilla is smarter, faster in short bursts, and has hands that could theoretically grab and redirect. But in open terrain against a charging Cape buffalo, the gorilla's tools, strength, and intelligence are at their least effective. The buffalo does not box, it does not wrestle, it aims and it runs. And at 1,800 pounds, what it hits tends to stay hit. ID number 7, the grizzly bear weight. Up to 800 pounds, white ear reais, bite force, 1,200 pounds per square inch. Claw length, up to 4 inches. If you are enjoying this video so far, please hit the like button right now. It costs you nothing and it genuinely helps this channel reach more animal lovers who love content like this. Drop a comment too. Tell me which matchup you think is the closest call. I read every single one. Now, number 7. The grizzly bear versus the gorilla is the matchup that divides the animal world more than almost any other. Both are enormous. Both are powerfully built. Both have documented ferocity when threatened. So what tips it in the bear's favor? 3 things: weight, claws, and fat. A large grizzly bear can weigh up to 800 pounds, almost double the gorilla's maximum. It has a bite force of around 1,200 pounds per square inch, approaching the gorilla's own formidable bite. But the defining advantage is those claws, up to 4 inches long, designed for digging through frozen ground and tearing apart logs. In a physical confrontation, those claws applied with 800 pounds of bear behind them do damage that muscle density alone cannot absorb. The gorilla's greatest weapons, its arms, its bite, its ability to grab and control, work well against animals of similar or lesser size. Against a grizzly, the gorilla is hitting something that has enough mass to absorb the blows and keep coming, and that has weapons the gorilla simply does not have a natural defense against. In a YouGov survey asking people to rate animal matchups, the grizzly bear won 73% of all fights assessed. The gorilla is one of the few animals in that survey that challenges it, but on the balance of size, weaponry, and physical capability, the grizzly takes this one more often than not. Number 6. The Nile crocodile weight, up to 1,650 pounds. Wansins, Faubits, bite force, 5,000 pounds per square inch, 5,000 pounds per square inch. Let that number sit for a moment. The gorilla's bite force, 1,300 pounds per square inch, is one of the most impressive in the mammal world. The Nile crocodile bites at nearly 4 times that force. It has the strongest bite of any animal currently living on land or in water, and it applies that force with a jaw that, once closed, generates a holding strength that no animal on Earth can reliably break open from the outside. The Nile crocodile is the largest freshwater predator in Africa, up to 1,650 pounds, up to 20 feet long. It is covered in armored scales that function as natural body armor. It has been killing large African mammals at water's edge for millions of years. Lions, zebras, wildebeest, hippos on occasion. It has the oldest, most refined ambush hunting system in the animal kingdom. Against a gorilla that comes to water, which gorillas do regularly, the Nile crocodile's strategy is exactly what it is against everything else. Wait, time, strike without warning. In the moment that bite closes on any part of the gorilla's body, the crocodile rolls. The death roll, a full body rotation designed to tear off whatever it has grabbed. Against 430 pounds of gorilla muscle, the physics of a 1,650-pound crocodile death roll are not a contest. On dry land, away from water, the gorilla has the advantage. It is faster, more agile. The lion can attack from angles the crocodile cannot easily defend. But on the crocodile's terms, at the water's edge where it lives and hunts, the gorilla does not get a second chance. Number 5. The hippopotamus weight. up to 4,500 pounds. Bite force, 1,800 psi, canine teeth, up to 50 inches. The hippopotamus kills more humans in Africa than almost any other large animal. It is responsible for an estimated 500 deaths per year. Not the lion, not the crocodile, the hippo. The animal that people see in zoos and think looks slow and harmless and vaguely funny. Those people have never seen a hippo open its mouth. The hippo's gape, the width of its open jaw, can reach 180 degrees, 4 feet wide. Its canine teeth can grow up to 50 inches long. Its bite force reaches 1,800 psi, already stronger than the gorilla's 1,300. And behind that bite is a body that weighs up to 4,500 pounds, can run at 19 miles per hour on land, and has 2-inch thick skin that acts as natural armor. Against a gorilla, the hippo's advantages are absolute in almost every physical category: weight, bite force, armor, weapons. The gorilla's speed and intelligence are genuine assets, but intelligence only helps you avoid a fight you can see clearly. The hippo's aggression is explosive and unpredictable. It does not signal before it charges. There are documented cases of hippos biting crocodiles in half at the jaw, not wounding them, biting them in half. What a hippo's jaw does to a 430-pound gorilla when it closes. That is not a fight. That is a conclusion. Number 4. The lion weight, up to 550 pounds. Bite force, 650 ps. And speed, up to 50 miles per hour. If you have made it this far and you are not subscribed yet, hit that button right now. We make videos like this all the time and you do not want to miss them. Subscribe and share this with someone who loves animals. They will thank you. Okay, top 4. The lion is the animal that most people instinctively put against a gorilla in their head, and there's a very good reason for that. The lion is the apex terrestrial predator of Africa, built specifically for taking down large, powerful prey through teamwork, speed, and a set of physical tools that are perfectly calibrated for exactly that job. A large male lion weighs up to 550 pounds, heavier than the gorilla. It can reach speeds of 50 miles per hour, almost double the gorilla's top speed of 25 miles per hour. Its retractable claws, up to 1.5 inches long, and those 650 psi canine teeth are designed to penetrate, grip, and deliver a suffocating throat bite that ends most fights quickly. The gorilla has the stronger bite. The gorilla has the stronger arms. The gorilla might even have the raw strength advantage. But the lion is one of the few animals on Earth that has been actively hunting and killing large, powerful, dangerous prey for millions of years of evolutionary pressure. It has the tools, it has the instinct, and it has the speed to engage and disengage in ways the gorilla cannot match. In a straight confrontation, this is one of the closest matchups on the list, but the lion's speed, weapons, and prey-killing experience tip it just enough. This would not be easy for the lion, but it would not be impossible either. Number 3. The tiger weight, up to 660 pounds. Bite force, 1,050 pounds per square inch. Speed, up to 40 miles per hour. If the lion is a serious matchup for the gorilla, the tiger is a step further, because the tiger combines everything the lion brings with a larger body, a stronger bite, and a hunting style built for one-on-one encounters rather than group hunting. The Siberian tiger, the largest subspecies that can reach 660 pounds. Its bite force sits at 1,050 psi, approaching the gorilla's own extraordinary bite. Its forelimb strength is considered the most powerful of any big cat, capable of delivering a strike with enough force to break the spine of large prey. And unlike the lion, which relies heavily on pride coordination, the tiger evolved as a solitary hunter, meaning every instinct it has is calibrated for defeating prey alone. The tiger's killing technique is also specifically relevant here. Against large, heavily built prey, which the gorilla absolutely is, the tiger aims for the throat or the back of the neck, delivering a bite designed to sever the spinal column or cut off blood flow to the brain. A gorilla's neck is muscular and thick, but no amount of muscle completely protects the throat from 1,050 pounds per square inch applied with the precision of a big cat that has evolved specifically for this purpose. The gorilla has the intelligence advantage. It would fight back with its hands, try to grab, try to control the fight at close range. That intelligence and those arms make this one of the most genuinely contested fights on this list. But size, speed, bite force, and solo hunting experience all sit with the tiger. Barely, but they sit there. Number 2. The rhinoceros weight, up to 5,000 pounds. Horn length, up to 59 inches. Speed, up to 34 miles per hour. The rhinoceros has been on this earth for over 50 million years. It has outlasted mass extinctions, ice ages, and the rise and fall of more species than we can count. And the reason it has survived all of that is simple. Very few things in nature have ever been willing to challenge it directly. A white rhinoceros can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. Its skin is up to 2 inches thick. Its horn, pure keratin, the same material as your fingernails, but compressed to a density that functions like solid bone, can grow up to 59 inches long and is attached to a skull capable of delivering an impact force that no soft tissue structure survives intact. Against a gorilla, the rhinoceros presents a problem that none of the other animals on this list create quite so completely. There's almost nothing the gorilla can do to it. The gorilla's bite force, formidable against anything else, barely registers against 2 inches of armored hide. The gorilla's punching strength, as extraordinary as it is hitting something that weighs more than 11 times as much. And if the rhino lowers its head and charges at 34 miles per hour, the gorilla has 2 options: move or be hit by a horn traveling at freight train speed with 5,000 pounds behind it. The gorilla is faster and far more agile. It could harass a rhino, potentially climb on it, try to target the face or the eyes, the only real vulnerable points. But a cornered or charging rhinoceros against a gorilla in open terrain is perhaps the most one-sided physical matchup on this list. The rhino does not need to be fast. It does not need to be smart. It just needs to connect once. Number 1. The African elephant weight, up to 14,000 pounds. Height, up to 13 feet. Tusk length, up to 10 feet. There was really only one animal that was ever going to take number 1 on this list. And it has been the answer since the beginning. The African elephant is the largest land animal on Earth. Full stop. Up to 14,000 pounds. Up to 13 feet tall at the shoulder. Tusks that can reach 10 feet in length. Solid ivory, used as weapons, digging tools, and dominance displays. Skin up to 1.5 inches thick. And a trunk, over 100,000 individual muscle units, capable of lifting objects weighing over 700 pounds. In the YouGov survey we mentioned earlier, the elephant won 74% of all animal matchups assessed, the highest of any animal on the list. It topped the rhinoceros. It topped the lion and the tiger. It topped every other animal on our list. And in a matchup against a gorilla, what is genuinely striking is how completely the numbers collapse in the elephant's favor. The gorilla's greatest weapon is its strength. Against an animal that weighs 30 times as much, that strength is meaningless. The gorilla's bite force is 1,300 pounds per square inch. The elephant's skin absorbs it. The gorilla's punch, as extraordinary as it is striking something the equivalent of hitting a wall. From the other direction, a single strike from an elephant's trunk generates more force than the gorilla's entire body weight. Or a single tusk lunge would be instantly fatal. But here's what makes the elephant number 1 beyond just the physical numbers: the intelligence. The African elephant has the largest brain of any land animal. It demonstrates problem-solving, tool use, mourning of its dead, complex social memory, and strategic thinking that researchers have consistently found remarkable. In a confrontation, the elephant does not just rely on its size. It assesses. It decides. And when it decides that something is a threat, it responds with the full weight of the most physically dominant land animal in existence. There is documented evidence of elephants actively driving off lions, killing crocodiles, and defending their young from coordinated predator attacks. There is no documented case of any predator, anywhere, ever, successfully taking down a healthy adult African elephant in a one-on-one engagement. Because nothing can. The gorilla is extraordinary, one of the most impressive physical specimens in the animal kingdom. It would take on this fight with the same fearless intensity it brings to every challenge, and it would lose. Not because it lacks heart or strength or intelligence, but because the African elephant is simply on a different physical scale entirely, one that nothing on land has ever successfully overcome. 14,000 pounds, 13 feet tall, 10-foot tusks, the strongest, largest, most intelligent land animal on Earth. Number 1. And it was never going to be anything else. And that is 10 animals that could defeat a gorilla, from the surgical precision of the leopard all the way to the unstoppable scale of the African elephant. What this list really shows is just how extraordinary the gorilla is. To challenge it, you need some of the most formidable animals on the planet. Big cats, apex predators, ancient reptiles, armored giants. The gorilla is not easy to defeat. It just happens to share this earth with animals that are in a completely different physical league. Which matchup do you think would be the closest? And which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments right now. I want the debate. And share this video with someone who thinks they know exactly which animal would win. Let them watch and find out. Subscribe if you are not already. This is what we do on this channel. Every video. See you in the next one.